Alright guys, it's that time of the week, time to count down our top 5 moments from week 3 of the NFL season. And also, because I'm going to be busy tomorrow and not going to be able to film the prediction video separately, for today's video I'm also going to be including my week 4 NFL predictions. So let's get into it, guys. My number 5 moment of week 3 is the Chargers coach, Brandon Staley, having some serious balls. Now, if you're playing the Chiefs, as we saw last week with the Ravens, you got to play to win. You can't play conservatively. So the Chargers, under a minute left in a tie game, have a 4th and 4. They get a false start, 5-yard penalty. So now it's 4th and 9. They're in field goal range, but they say, no, we're going to be ballsy. We're going to go for 4th and 9. They end up drawing the pass interference on that play, getting the first down, and then eventually Justin Herbert passed to Mike Williams, getting that touchdown and winning the game. I love the gutsiness. You got to be gutsy against Patrick Mahomes and company. They did that. Credit to Brandon Staley on that play call. Chargers, great job this week getting that win on the road. At number 4, I have the Rams coach, Sean McVay. Terrific young coach. We all know this. He's an awesome coach. And after this great pass by Matthew Stafford to Deshaun Jackson, still proving he's still got it. He's still a deep threat even after all these years. I mean, you gotta love that moment for Deshaun Jackson, but Sean McVay running down the sideline like he's a fan or a streaker or something to celebrate with his players, you gotta love it. You gotta love the excitement and the passion. But I don't know if it's an over celebration or not, but it was funny and it was memorable. So yeah, that deserves to be a top 5 moment. At number 3, I got Jamal Agnew, the Jags kick returner, returning the 68-yard field goal that Matt Prater fell just short of making and returning it all the way for a touchdown. Now, at this moment in time, I thought my Jags had a chance to actually win this game. I got excited, but then little did I know, or little did I remember, we're the Jags. We're not supposed to win games. But yeah, great moment. Jamal Agnew, 2 kick return touchdowns in 2 straight weeks. Yeah, he's doing well as a returner. Might make a Pro Bowl, but yeah, the moment was great. Obviously didn't result in a win, but anytime you have a kick 6, it's got to be in the top 5. You guys know this. At number 2, we have Aaron Rodgers, the guy who apparently isn't clutch and doesn't care about his team, doesn't care about winning, proving all the doubters wrong despite the Packers being up 17-0. The 49ers came back, went up 28-27, but Aaron Rodgers, with 37 seconds left, no timeouts, made 2 great throws to Davante Adams, managed to spike the ball, get them into field goal range for the veteran Mason Crosby, who's made some big kicks in his career, making a 51-yard field goal for the win. Aaron Rodgers, gotta love the celebration, and he's pretty much proving the doubters wrong. After a terrible week 1, after a rough offseason, he's proving to people, hey, I still love the game, I still want to win games, I still care about my team, and I'm clutch. So yeah, great statement win for the Packers, and definitely deserves to be up there in the moments of the week. And the number 1 moment of week 3, if this is not your number 1 moment, you must have not been watching football. You must have not seen this moment, because there's only one absolute number 1 moment of this week, and it's, of course, the legendary 66-yard field goal by the Ravens' legendary future Hall of Fame kicker Justin Tucker, who, if he wasn't in the Hall of Fame, he's pretty much sealed his trip to Canton for the Hall of Fame enshrinement, because not only did he make the longest field goal in NFL history, but it was for the win, and not only was it for the win, they were down 1, which means it's do or die. You make this, we win. You miss it, we lose. I personally think this is the greatest field goal, the most impressive field goal in NFL history, when you combine the fact of the distance was obviously further than any other kick ever, but also the fact that it won the game. So it was in the most high pressure of situations and the longest distance, and he made it, and Justin Tucker's just unbelievable. The Ravens won an unbelievable game, and this has got to be the best moment of the week. Come on. Alright guys, now it's time to recap the games from week 3 and talk about which games I got right, which ones I got wrong. Just a little small recap, as you guys know, and then we'll also be predicting week 4's games in this video as well. So let's start off with Thursday Night Football, the game that no one watched. And, well, I watched a little bit of it because of fantasy football implications. But yes, the Panthers and Texans, I said you would be a moron to pick the Texans, and I was right. The Panthers won. The Texans didn't have a chance. But you know what? The Panthers as a team, especially that defense, that entire coaching staff, Sam Darnold, everyone just looks really good through 3 weeks. Have they played good teams? Not really. Well, they did play the Saints, but they did play, you know, who did they play? The Jets and the Texans? Yeah. Not great competition, but you know what? Great start for the Panthers. They're surprising some people. They're 3-0. Chargers and Chiefs, what a great game this was. A road upset, and the Chargers pulled it off on the road, just like I talked about before. They were gutsy. They deserved to win this game, and they did. Justin Herbert picking up right where he left off from last year. Great win on the road. The Chiefs are last in their division. Take a picture, capture the moment, because that's not going to last for long. Trust me. Come on, they're a great team. Next, we have Cardinals and Jags. Look, I'm not surprised. We don't win ball games. My Jags, we're not good. We don't have success. Yeah, Cardinals, they were down. Jags were winning. I got excited for a little bit in the first half. Then Trevor Lawrence made some pivotal mistakes, and Kyler Murray is too good to be contained for 4 quarters. So, of course, the Cardinals won this game. But you know what? It was a pretty close game. If the Jags cut down on some turnovers, maybe they'll win some games in the future. Who knows? Bears and Browns, I did say the Browns would win this game, and they did. They're just way better than the Bears, let's be honest. And their defense, poor Justin Fields, got thrown into the fire, attacked by the wolves of the Browns defense, specifically Myles Garrett, who had 4.5 sacks, just harassed the rookie. The Browns have a really good defense, really good offense. They're definitely a contender. They're super balanced, and they looked great. And the Bears, they got some learning to do, because I think they're making the right choice having Justin Fields out there. Hopefully he's healthy, because, you know, he got some x-rays and stuff, but he's got things to learn, but it's okay. He's a rookie. He's playing this great defense, so I wouldn't be too concerned. Bills and Washington football team, I was so wrong. I said Washington pulls off the road upset, but the Bills, I mean, who cares that Washington's defense is elite? Who cares? Josh Allen's like, I'm just going to drop 43 points on you guys, and we're going to look like the same team that we were last year, a legit contending team. They didn't look great the first 2 weeks, but they looked great this week against a great defense. So credit to the Bills. They bounced back. Next, we got Titans and Colts. I said the Titans would win, and they did win. Look, the Colts, they're just not as, I didn't think they were going to be as good as people thought. I don't think Carson Wentz is that good of a quarterback. Is he healthy fully? No, but you know, he's just not the guy that almost won the MVP a few years ago. He's just not the same. The Colts defense isn't as good as we thought either so far. Titans bounced back beautifully after that terrible Week 1 performance, so they're 2-1, leading that bad AFC South. Trust me, I know it's bad. We got the Texans and Jags in that division, and the Colts, who are 0-3. Yeah, the Titans are going to have an easy time winning that, I think. Saints and Patriots, oh, this was a little bit of an upset. Patriots got locked down at home. Bill Belichick against young quarterbacks, he's pretty good. I mean, I would say Jameis Winston's still a young quarterback. But yeah, the Saints with their defense, their defense looked almost as good as it did Week 1. They did a great job. They came on the road, forced Mac Jones to throw 3 interceptions, so credit to the Saints on winning. Falcons and Giants, one of these teams had to win, but I would say this is one of those games where just one of them was just not going to lose, because both of these teams have not played well this year. This was not a pretty game, but somehow the Falcons ended up winning, or should I say not losing. I didn't watch even 1 millisecond of this game, but I heard about the Falcons winning. So Falcons fans, if you want to, or Giants fans, if you want to tell me what happened, feel free to do that, because I have no clue. But yeah, Falcons, they won. And did I predict it? No, I don't think I did. We'll get back to that in a second. Bengals and Steelers. Big Ben, it is time for the rocking chair to be brought out. It is time for retirement. He's done. I mean, look, I'm not complaining, because I have Najee Harris on my fantasy team, and he had 14 catches, and I'm in a PPR league. So things are doing well from a fantasy football perspective if you own Najee Harris. But Big Ben's just checking it down to him. Can't throw that deep ball. They had a 4th and 10 in this game, like late in the game, where they had to convert it, and he checks down to Najee Harris for 1 yard. I mean, I'll take it, but as a Steelers fan, it's got to be frustrating. I think it's time. It's time, Big Ben. Call it a career. You've had a great one. You're going to the Hall of Fame, but you're done. I'm sorry. Next, Ravens and Lions. We talked about this. The Ravens didn't play a great game considering the Lions suck, but the game-winning field goal at the end, they won. It doesn't matter how they win. A win's a win. They won in the most epic of fashions. So Ravens fans, don't worry about the fact that you didn't play that well the rest of the game. But I do want to say this one thing, though. This is what annoys me. Earlier on that drive, the game-winning drive, earlier, there was a play where the Ravens should have been called for a delay of game. The clock was clearly at 0, and like 2 seconds after the clock was at 0, the ball was snapped. And the officials got to do a better job of calling this, because as an NFL fan, I have several first-hand experiences of clearly seeing the play clock at 0, and the refs don't call delay of games. They got to get on top of that. I mean, it's a rule. It's like a shot clock violation or beating the buzzer in basketball or whatever. You got to get the ball snapped. You got to get it in play before it hits 0. I can't believe the refs keep missing that. So technically, I don't want to be a party pooper, but that field goal shouldn't have counted. And I understand if Lions fans are upset about that. It shouldn't have. I'm not trying to diminish the moment or anything. But yeah, the refs got to get on top of those calls, seriously. And it should be challengeable because it's very objective. Did he snap it by the time the clock hit 0? It should be challengeable, or the refs should just, get on that. There should be a ref in charge of that. That can't happen, honestly. Jets and Broncos. The Jets might be the one team in this league worse than the Jags. I'm sorry. They looked so terrible against the Broncos. But the Broncos, on the other hand, that defense is fantastic. I mean, the Broncos are 3-0. Maybe the surprise team of this season so far. Teddy Bridgewater looks good. I mean, granted, they did play the Giants, Jets, and Jags, so they haven't played a team that's won a game. But still, they've looked really good. So we'll see what happens for the Broncos. But good for them. Jets fans, you just got to have some patience. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm a Jags fan, so I feel your pain of being so bad, but, like, it's bad. Zach Wilson has really struggled, but, just wait it out. Eventually, hopefully, things go right. But yeah, Dolphins and Raiders, another great game that went to overtime. The Raiders, another surprise team. They're 3-0, and they won their second overtime game in 3 weeks. Derek Carr, 3 straight weeks of at least 386 passing yards. What a surprise he's been. And guys, capture the moment, because the Raiders and Broncos are both 3-0 at the top of this division, and the Chargers are 3rd and the Chiefs are 4th. But I think at the end of the season, that'll be flipped. I think the Chiefs will be number 1 and the Chargers will be 2. But these two teams still could be playoff teams. They could be wild card teams. So credit to them for their great starts. But yeah, also credit to Jacoby Brissett, because they kept this game close. He brought them back a couple drives, and they converted some clutch 4th downs to force overtime. So the Dolphins did kind of hold their own despite not really having great quarterback play. So yeah, credit to Brissett and company for keeping it close. Rams and Buccaneers, I thought this on paper was the game of the week, and the Rams have looked excellent through 3 weeks. Matthew Stafford been terrific. Deshaun Jackson is an underrated addition that they had this offseason. He might be old, but he's still got game. He's still a great deep threat for Matthew Stafford to have. It's just clear he's making throws that Jared Goff couldn't make. He's clearly an upgrade. Tom Brady and the Bucs, they just didn't defend well. They did have Jason Pierre-Paul, who was out, and Antonio Brown didn't play. No concern for the Bucs. I mean, Bucs, they're going to be fine. They're going to be a contender. They're going to win their division. They're going to be good, okay? One of these teams had to win. The Rams were at home. They were energized. So with them winning, it's great for the Rams, but it's not like, you know this. You don't worry about a great team like the Buccaneers. Come on. Seahawks and Vikings. Vikings winning at home, avenging that terrible Week 2 loss where they missed that field goal. So credit to them. The Seahawks defense is still not very good, but their offense is good. But the Vikings holding them to 17 points, well done, well done. So now we move on to the Sunday night game, maybe the game of the week. Packers and Niners, 2 very good teams going at it. Packers obviously had that big lead. Niners came back. Credit to them for doing that. But I think they personally should have run the clock out all the way to like the down to like maybe 10 to 15 seconds, then run it in at like the 1 yard line or something. They shouldn't have scored with 37 seconds left, because you're giving Aaron Rodgers that time to, and he's got the best receiver in the league in Davante Adams. So he made 2 great throws to guess who, Davante Adams. And then they get into field goal range. The veteran Mason Crosby making a clutch field goal. So yeah, great game though. I feel like all these primetime games have been great, especially Sunday night. We've had some great primetime games. And then the last game, the last primetime game and overall game of the week, Cowboys and Eagles. I said this would be high scoring, and it was. The Cowboys beat them down. Jalen Hurts, he's really struggled the last 2 weeks after a really good week 1, so we'll see what the future holds for him. But yeah, the Cowboys' defense has looked really way better than it did last year, definitely. Their offense looks good. They ran the ball well. Tony Pollard and Zeke, really good 1-2 punch at the running back. Dak Prescott looks really good, really healthy. Just glad to see him back at home and being a really good quarterback after that gruesome injury last year. So guys, let's recap our picks for the week. So Panthers and Texans, I had the Panthers. So that's 1-0. Chiefs and Chargers got that wrong, 1-1. Cardinals, Jags got that right, 2-1. Browns got that right, 3-1. Bills got it wrong, 3-2. Titans got it right, 4-2. Saints got it wrong, 4-3. Falcons got it wrong, 4-4. Bengals got it wrong, 4-5. Ravens got it right, 5-5. Broncos got it right, 6-5. Raiders got it right, 7-5. Rams got it right, 8-5. Vikings got it wrong, 8-6. Packers got it wrong, 8-6. No, actually, no, I got that right. 9-6. Cowboys got it right. So, 10-6, back-to-back 10-6 weeks after a rough week 1 where we went 6-10, which makes our overall season record, a little math going on here, trying to do it mentally, 26-22. We are 4 games above 500, so we've recovered pretty nicely, I would say, from week 1. So guys, now let's predict week 4's games. Let's do it. So guys, we start with my Jags and the Bengals on Thursday Night Football, which is tomorrow. When I'm making this video, this is Wednesday. So, you know, the Jags, this is their one primetime game of the year. The NFL has to put them on Thursday Night Football at least once, and they try to do it early in the year to try to just get them out of the way. I mean, if I was looking at the schedule at the beginning of the year, I would have said maybe the Jags could win this game, but the Bengals have looked really good through 3 weeks. Jags have not, and the Bengals are at home. So I'm going to go with the Bengals, but obviously I hope I'm wrong. I really hope the Jags win a game soon because it's been 18 in a row. It's been so long. So I hope we win, but I'm going with the Bengals. Titans and Jets. Titans. Next. No further information needs to be said. No chance the Jets win this game. Next, Lions and Bears, a game that no one wants to watch, but I'm going to go with the Bears. I think this is a good get-right spot for Justin Fields at home against a bad defense that's demoralized after losing to the Ravens in that fashion. They're 0-3. This is the spot for Fields to get right, so I think they're going to win. Colts and Dolphins. You know what? I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I know Jacoby Brissett is still going to be starting for the next couple weeks at least, but the Colts, they haven't looked good through 3 weeks. I think the Dolphins have looked better. It's in Miami. I'm going to say they win, and the Colts somehow go to 0-4. Browns and Vikings, this is a pretty good game. Maybe high scoring, but I'm going to go with the Browns. I still think they're the better team, and they're the better defense, and the Vikings defense I don't think can stop what the Browns can do on offense. So I think the Browns at this point are better, and they're going to win. Washington against the Atlanta Falcons. Here's a good advice for life, for success, guys. Don't ever pick the Falcons to win a game. Washington wins on the road. This is a good get-right spot for them. Yeah, the Falcons, their offense has already surprisingly been terrible this year. So imagine against that Washington defense, who will be motivated to bounce back after allowing 43 points. Bills and Texans. If the Texans win this game, I'm going to go out in public naked on Monday. Nah, I mean, I'm just very confident the Bills will win this game. Another no-brainer. You've got to go with the Bills at home. Davis Mills in the snowiness of Buffalo, or the coldness. No chance they win. I would be shocked. Saints and Giants, another one I'd be shocked if the Giants won. The Saints right now are just the better team. They're at home. So yeah, they're going to win. Eagles and Chiefs, this is a great get-right spot for the Chiefs against a not very good Eagles defense. Jalen Hurts is struggling. I think they might beat them down because they're upset about being 1-2. So Mahomes and company will have a great bounce-back game. Panthers and Cowboys, this is a great game. But it's going to be close, potentially high-scoring. But it's in Jerry World. The Cowboys, I think they have a little bit, I mean, both teams have a lot of momentum, but I think because the Cowboys are at home, Panthers haven't really played any great teams yet, so I think this is where they lose their first game. I think the Cowboys are going to win. I don't think the Panthers' surprisingly good defense can stop what the Cowboys can do offensively. Seahawks and 49ers. Now, this is a really good game, first division game between NFC West opponents, and 49ers are 2-1, Seahawks are 1-2. But I'm going to go with the Seahawks winning on the road. I think they historically do well against the Niners. I don't think the Seahawks are going to be 1-3. I think they're too good. Their offense will bounce back. And the 49ers still have some questions about Jimmy G. I'm going to go with it. I think the Niners will probably be favored, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks to win this game, surprisingly. I know. Rams and Cardinals, maybe the game of the week. What a great game this is. It's going to be close. It could go either way. But I'm going to go with the Rams because they're at home, and I think right now they're probably the best team in the league. They're the most complete. Their defense is better than the Cardinals. But I could see the Cardinals winning. And honestly, I kind of hope they win because I like the Cardinals. I really like Kyler Murray. I could see them winning. It really is, it could go either way. It's going to be a great game, I think, close game. But I'm going to go with the Rams if I'm a betting man, but it's close. It really could go either way. Sunday at 1:25, we have Steelers and Packers, a rematch of Super Bowl. I don't know, what year was that? 45 maybe, 45 maybe. Aaron Rodgers, this is actually the first time he's playing the Steelers since he won that Super Bowl over a decade ago. I think he was just hurt the last couple times they played. But yeah, Big Ben not looking good. On the road in Lambeau after the Packers have all this momentum. I'm going with the Packers. I think they'll win somewhat comfortably, but it could be close. Who knows? Ravens and Broncos. This is a really good game. And this is where the Broncos are actually being tested by playing an actual NFL team. they're going to win. The Ravens are going to win this game because I just think they're better than the Broncos. I think it's going to be close. It's in Denver, which is tough, but I think the Ravens win a close game, and the Broncos are kind of due for a loss. 3-0, that's really surprising. So I'm going to go with the Ravens to win on the road. Buccaneers and Patriots. Tom Brady is back home, and he's going to have some vengeance on his mind. They just lost last week. He's going to be mad about it. I just think the Bucs are the better team than the Patriots right now. Tom Brady, #revenge game, wins on the road in Foxborough. That is Sunday Night Football. And actually, this is probably the game of the week because of, obviously, the reunion between Brady and Belichick. They clearly still have beef. I want to see if they even shake hands at the end of the game. We'll see. But our final game of the week, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chargers. The Raiders in Los Angeles, in beautiful SoFi Stadium against the Chargers. Look, the Raiders, they've surprised some people, but I still think the Chargers are the better team. They're at home against with those loud fans in LA in that beautiful new stadium. It'll be high scoring, guys. These are two high scoring offenses. This will be an exciting game, but I'm going to go with the Chargers by a narrow margin, so we'll see how that all pans out, guys. But that's going to be it for today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like if you enjoyed it. Why not? And if you're a sports fan, if you like football, maybe hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, but it's up to you. Consider it. Do whatever you like. It's a free country. But, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy Week 4